Gather around, island lovers. It's Demi and Jasmine with your Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. This episode is brought to you by ClearStem Skincare. Guys, there is a huge sale happening today through Friday. Our code is now valid for 22% off on all of their products. We especially love the Bounce Back No Botox Serum that stimulates collagen to reduce wrinkles, fine lines, and acne scars. So if you want to keep up with the hot new bombshells entering the villa, be sure to check out clearstemskincare.com and use promo code FIREPITCHAT for 22% off their exceptional products. Again, that's FIREPITCHAT for 22% off at clearstemskincare.com. That's CLEARSTEM skincare.com. February 22nd to the 24th only. 22% is huge. That's awesome. Definitely run and check that out.
Oh my God, I know. I'm going to get more cleanser. Whoa, I feel like I'm really breathy today.
So if you're watching this on the YouTube,
we're in
I'm
robes.
100 years old on the YouTube. We're in robes and we're comfy and I'm tired, dude. So we just had to do our robes.
It's hump day, so it's robe day.
Hump day.
We should actually make that a thing.
So down. And then Thursdays are sweatpants.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, we
can maybe gather ourselves back up for Friday.
And then Friday, because like maybe we're going to go to dinner after,
maybe.
Or maybe not. But you can look cute on a Friday.
Totally.
And a Monday because the week's starting. But Wednesday and Thursday, I'm a troll.
Yeah, so don't mind us. Okay, so we'll get into episode 38, but Ellie Spencer or Ellie Spency, I don't know what her last name is.
I thought it was Spencer.
Okay, but she goes by like Ellie Spency on her ats.
Yeah, I mean, because maybe she couldn't get Ellie Spencer.
True. But she uploaded a YouTube video that talked about basically all the drama that wasn't aired in the villa. Right. And so, okay, she started off by saying that when she came into the villa, you know how we said that, like, they're being mean?
Yeah, the girls.
She said that all the girls were so mean to her, that they were rude to her, that, you know how we were saying that she was standing in the corner? She was like, yeah, there was only 6 dressers, and, like, no one offered to move space for me. So I was just really awkwardly standing there.
To get ready?
Just like, even like no one cleared the closet for her stuff. Like they were really, because I guess, so she was in quarantine for 3 weeks. And then she got brought to this bunker thingy and said, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go out and you're going to pick someone from the coupling. And she was like, me and the producers were like, this was such good TV. Like, oh my God. And she's like, because I had to almost show my cards.
Yeah.
That's where all the girls hated her immediately. Because remember, like, Lana kept making those, well, now that I don't have Ron in my bed.
Right.
Like, she was bitchy.
Yeah. No, she was.
And I still stand by, like, what I said with Tanyelle, Olivia, and Lana being mean girls. Mm-hmm. And, like, she kind of implied that.
She did?
Yeah.
What did she say?
So, in the beginning, she was saying when she walked in, there was a huge divide between the girls.
Really?
Yes, because it was all because of the Ron situation. Like, most of their drama was the Ron situation.
Crazy.
And there was a divide between Lana, Tanyelle, and I think it was Sammy. And they are the ones that all thought that the Ron situation wasn't that bad, while all the rest of the girls did not agree with it. And apparently there was a secret argument that they couldn't get a camera between Olivia and Tanyelle. So you remember the gladiator thing?
Yes.
Where Sammy poured the thing?
Yes.
Ellie said that, like, when they were deliberately, I don't know if that's the word, but they were trying to figure out who was the sexiest.
Uh-huh.
Lana and Tanyelle were like, Ron, Ron, Ron. And everyone's like, first of all, Ron broke his promise to Casey by saying whoever she chooses will back off. Mm-hmm. And she's like, he did that because he thought he was going to get chosen. And then Ron does that stupid side remark. Like, this is what makes you don't like Ron. It's not his actions. It's like the shit he says, the smug attitude. Like, Casey and Ron are both players. Yes, Casey, Ron, and Tom are all players. But you just like Ron the most because of the shit that comes out of his mouth.
Yeah, it's how he goes about doing the things he does.
Like, why aren't people understanding that?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, it's actually driving me nuts. Like, what the fuck? But she said that, so they were rooting for Ron. They're like, we're not going to, basically, that we're not going to reward his behavior by saying that comment to Casey. They're like, we're not going to do that. And Tanyelle and Lana like, we're Ron. And so then Olivia and Tanyelle had this huge blowout fight. Like that whole thing was arguments that we didn't see.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and everyone was like, the producers like, please stop, wait till we get the camera, and they couldn't get a camera fast enough. And so they were just like going back and forth. I don't really remember what about, but it was because Tanyelle was defending Ron. And Olivia's like, I'm not going to pick Ron. Casey's over there like having tears in his eyes. We're not going to do this. Like everyone is apparently really fucking over Ron in this situation. And the girls, like we said, were Tanyelle and Lana, who just like were backing Ron on this. So that was a huge fight, she said, like arguments as fuck. And then she's like, I don't think Sammy did that on purpose. It was just, she was just having fun. And that's why Olivia was like, I'm mad that Tanyelle didn't want to come check on me.
Oh.
And Ellie's like, it's kind of bizarre because like, why would she check on you? You guys just got in a fight.
Right. So weird.
And then they finally got the camera. They're like, okay, go. And Olivia's like, mute, Ellie said.
Weird.
So Tanyelle wasn't going to argue against her because she wasn't acting anything.
Uh-huh.
And then she's like, later on, there was a second girl divide formed when the Ron situation continued because she was saying that the only people who like Ron wanted to talk about it. They wanted to, and everybody was like, they don't give a fuck. Like, they're over the situation. And she's like, that's why the dishes fight. She goes, it wasn't about the dishes. She goes, yes, Shaq said it, but everybody was over it. Like, girls and guys, everybody was over the Ron situation. And Ron really should have fucking gone and done the dishes. I was like, oh my God, this tea dude is like piping hot.
But you could tell everyone was over it. So it does make sense. Like everyone's just annoyed by him. And he's just sitting there being annoying, not getting up and doing the dishes. So yeah, you're going to piss a few people off.
And I guess the frustration was because even though Ron got back with Lana, so demolished Casey, everyone was getting mad because Ron was still flirting with Sammy. We didn't see this.
Oh.
But she goes, when Sammy would be in the shower or she'd be getting dressed, he would be like, you look so good. There was a lot of flirty banter going on even after he got back with Lana, which proves to our point everyone kind of knew, and it was rubbing everyone wrong because everyone loves Lana in the villa, all the guys and the girls. And so like they were more upset over Lana. And Ellie's like, if Lana wants to be the type of girl to deal with that, then that was on her at this point because we all were trying to stop it. And Tom was getting upset because Sammy and Ron were like, they were with each other the whole day, like days after him and Lana got back together.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Like, are we not?
Why didn't they show that though? Like,
I know.
Was he doing it when cameras weren't around? Maybe.
I feel like just like you couldn't throw more fuel on the fire with Ron because he was getting really bad hate. And I feel like this unsafe. Just would have thrown him over. And I guess she was saying that Tanyelle was getting, this makes so much sense. Tanyelle was getting into arguments with people defending Ron over and over again. So she started yelling at Shaq.
Oh.
And then she starts yelling at Ellie and Jesse, and she was like, Ellie was like, it was so nuts. Like, she was going at us, and we're like, we don't want to talk about the Ron thing. Like, no one cares anymore. And why are you talking about it? Like, it was Tanyelle.
It is weird that I wouldn't go that hard for my guy best friend. Like, Tanyelle likes Ron.
For sure.
For sure, dude.
And I guess, like, Shaq was like, don't fucking talk to me the way that you talk to Kai, talk to the girls. Like, you're not going to talk to me like that. Oh. And it makes perfect sense, dude, why Tanyelle went home that week.
Right.
I guess she said that the producers, like, there was a overhead voice that said, Tanyelle, stop.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she was going too hard on everyone, causing too much of a rift, and then producers voted her out.
Totally.
So the votes are rigged.
Well, then Ellie was saying that everyone found it random while Ellie stayed, but she was like, the convo you guys are seeing, but with Shaq and Tanya talking to Jordan about how Tanyelle's not into him, she's like, that was floating around the villa for days. So it was just a reminder. But then again, we didn't know there was going to be a recoupling because we got the text afterward.
Right.
So she's like, me and Jordan were actually really close in there. Like, we were the only two people. She's like, I was really close with all the bombshells because I never wanted them to feel like how I was, how I felt.
Totally.
Which that just makes me like, I knew they were mean girls. Like, that's so gross behavior.
Yeah, they don't seem very welcoming. Like, they welcome the new girls when they have someone, but they don't really seem very welcoming of Sanam.
No, they're doing exactly because she stole one of their mans.
But
whose man? Olivia.
Yeah.
Whose man did Ellie take? Olivia. And Ellie was like, it was always about Tom. Like, no one cared about Tom, Olivia. Like, Olivia couldn't drop the Tom thing. Like, how she can't drop this Kai thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was like really good combo.
Wow, I'm glad like to hear that from her.
Yeah.
I have to watch that in full, but dang, that's juicy.
I basically gave you the cliff notes, everybody.
Wow.
And so to our defense with us hating on Ron, our points are valid.
Yeah, like I think we just can read a little bit of sketchball behavior, and I get it now. Him and Lana are good, and that's great. I'm so happy for them, and I will love to hear Ron talk about their breakup on a podcast 2 weeks after the show wraps.
I was thinking like in the shower, it's like if they're together, still together by Love Island summer.
Oh, we should.
I will personally.
Yeah, no.
What will I do?
We should have to have like a punishment, you know?
Yeah, we should.
Because like we're talking so much shit that if they last until summer, so how many months is that? Summer season comes.
It's like 3 months, 4 months.
Oh, come on. You can stick it out for 4 months.
I know, but
okay, by the end.
Luca and Gemma, I think, was like 3 months.
Okay, let's give him 3 months. Because if he's that
okay,
full
by
of
the
shit,
end of Love Island summer.
Mm-hmm. So like by the end of July.
Okay, if they're not together by the end of July, but if they still are together, you can write in the YouTube comments of what you want us to do.
Yeah, like what should we do? We need a little punishment. Nothing like gross or crazy. Just like a little. Should we drink Diet Cocaine again?
What would be a punishment? Like,
oh no, like where I run,
like to do the podcast with no makeup on.
That's a good one.
That'd be horrid.
That's a punishment.
That is a punishment. We will do one episode with no makeup on.
It'll be good for my skin, but bad for my ego.
I know, right? Okay, so let's get back to the episode. We had to get that little debrief because
we needed that. That was important.
That was good insight.
Yeah, we need to hear more about. I'm shocked with her contract. She's allowed to talk about it like that. You never hear them go in that.
No,
depth.
I guess Danielle's been on Instagram like running her mouth about that. Yeah, and like laughing about it. You can tell that Ellie doesn't like Danielle.
Well, Summer's contestants are about to get stricter contracts because I don't think the producers are gonna like them talking.
I wonder if her video is gonna be like taken off YouTube. Like I'm pretty sure it was like fresh.
Honestly, it could.
Well, I gave you the clip notes here, so you always have our podcast to share with perpetuity. Others. Yeah. Okay, so Casey reassures Claudia that him and Lana are just friends and he's not into her. So he was like, do you believe that?
No. Lana's not into you, Casey.
So true.
You would be into her.
So
but
true.
I think that there's genuinely nothing there, though, right now, because he knows Lana's so far gone.
Yeah.
So that part was true. Like, they're just friends.
Someone like tweeted us and was like, took a clip of our video of like a video we did like a few weeks back.
Oh no, being hypocrites?
No, and was like, you guys called it. Because it was me being like, I feel like his heart is still with Lana.
Yeah. You were saying that like right after Claudia got in there.
Oh yeah, totally. And then Kai, I think, was telling Sanam that he was feeling a little isolated since he's been back from Casa, which is the result of Olivia, which I feel so bad. Like, I think once Olivia gets out of there, I think the whole villa will shift and it needs to be positive vibes now. Like, and then maybe some drama in between the couples. But like at this stage, it's usually
peace and happiness.
Yeah. It's usually the few bombshells come in that really don't do anything. But, I don't know. I feel like a few of those couples are still waiting for bombshells to come in.
I do think like Olivia's being toxic and clearly she is dividing the boys and the girls. And if you cross Olivia, like you're done for in there. She probably makes you wish you were going home.
Yeah.
So I do think she's a little bit toxic. I think her time's gone. Her time is done. Her theatrics from tonight's episode were, I almost fast forwarded through all of her scenes. Her date with Maxwell, I literally fast forwarded.
Yeah,
I was like,
brutal.
I couldn't fast forward, but I just walked out of my room and got a snack.
No, I know. It was so brutal. And then Olivia again grabs him for a chat. And Kai's like,
God bless Kai for this conversation. I loved what he did.
People are like, Kai, this poor man needs a restraining order at this point. Like, actually, it's getting crazy. And I'm glad, like, Maxwell kind of, like, put the pin in it.
Yes.
Because that was getting, now you're starting to, like, mug Maxwell.
Yes.
It just was not a good look for you, Olivia. Like, you've taken this way too far. Kai's like, and I loved Sanam being in the dressing room. Like, I think he does want closure. He just doesn't want the same way that you want it.
Totally, which is so true. He wants closure, like, please never speak with me again. And Olivia wants closure, like, let's rehash this.
Yeah.
Every single night.
No, why don't you apologize? You did this to me. You did this to me. She's, like, literally such a victim. And that's what she wants Kai. That's all she wants from Kai. She doesn't want to be good with him. Mm-hmm. She just wants the damn apology because she's stubborn and has an ego.
But let's say she got the apology. Then she would just leave Kai alone?
No, she would be one of those people who you apologize and then she's like, yeah, exactly, because right. La, 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 and then it never actually ends.
Right.
Which is kind of what Maxwell was saying, like, what's your end game here?
Totally. And she was like, oh, I just wanted to have a quick conversation with Kai. He's like, a quick conversation calling him fake? Like, that's not going to go over well. You know that. True. Which is so true. Like, you didn't want to have a quick conversation with him. Yeah. And the reason Olivia pulled Kai over for this chat was she said, I was shocked in the game you didn't write me down for the most disingenuous, like when he wrote down Claudia. And she was like, so you're mad he didn't call you disingenuous now? Like, you're being so irrational that it's crazy. Like, I can't. No, and that's why he was like, bro, I didn't write your name down because I didn't want to have this conversation. So I didn't write your name down because I don't want to have beef. I don't care. He's basically like, I do not care about you. So she's like, I wish you would have just said it to my face. But he did say it to your face, and now you need an apology. Yeah. So which is it? You want him to call you disingenuous to your face, which he did, or you want him to, now she wants him to write out reasons in which she is disingenuous.
Exactly. It's like she's not going to stop until he starts pinpointing moments, and then all she's going to do is be defensive about those moments. So this is just like going around in circles for hours and hours and days. That it's like, I don't even, she's like in the kitchen talking to Tom being like, he just never told me what I'm disingenuous about. It's like, oh my God, like, yes, he has.
Right. He said, you did the same thing I'm doing.
Right.
So you can't be mad.
She's really blowing this out of proportion. It's really wild.
She's lost touch with
reality. Did you see the meme where it's like, I swear the producers must have planted Olivia because there's no way this is a real person. Like this
in real life.
Crazy.
So true. So hopefully it really is squashed because... And then her tears with the girls.
Oh, there we go. Because what's so lame is how all the girls are like, he treated you like shit.
Jesse.
Oh my God, Jesse's really fucking annoying, actually.
Oh my God. I'm like, Jesse, she's like mad at Will, so she wants all the girls to be mad at the boys. And it's like, drop it with Will. Come on, man. Leave him alone. He's so sad.
This is where you can tell, like, the insecurity is coming out, and it's honestly too much. Like, you're lucky Will is so patient, and he likes you so much.
Patient, yeah.
But, like, it wasn't that serious.
No, when we put it in perspective, you guys weren't exclusive. You guys weren't, you weren't exclusive. Maybe after Casa, it would have been exclusive. But at that point, before the secret Casa, you weren't exclusive. So technically, was it, like, shitty of Will? Yeah, for sure. And you should give him shit. But, like, now, I think it should be dropped.
Yeah, until fucking movie night.
Yeah. Movie night is just gonna be rough. And Will's like, I just want to get it over with and cry and relax. And I'm like, well, that's me every day, buddy.
I know. And I wanted to read the headlights for the girls. Okay, it's Liv, actually. Catch Me If You Can, because they didn't show it on the preview, but I took a picture really quick. Lana Lan, Craving Private Ryan, which is definitely about Sammy. Mm-hmm. Jess Side Story, Claude of the Ring, Sanam City. Like, what's Liv, actually? I would love for someone to buy.
I don't know. I wonder what hers is going to be.
They're not going to pick Liv, the guys.
Yeah, exactly. We won't ever see it.
They're going to pick, like, Jess. I don't know.
Saving Private Ryan. They're going to choose the Sammy one.
Yeah.
But one boy, Kai, I think said this a little bit after his conversation with Olivia. I think he was talking to Lana. And I'm sure you have this as a point, so maybe I should save my points for them. But he had a good point when he was like, all the boys here are getting like dragged through the mud for all the mistakes they made in Casa. And I think he was basically saying like it's getting blown out of proportion. And I agree with that. Like technically, it's not like the worst one was Tanya. No one was from a day one couple, super serious, exclusive, and like cheated in Casa. Like all the boys had fun and they were being boys and they were being annoying and little shits. But like it is getting, and they deserve to get reamed out. They deserve to be in the doghouse for 2 nights. Yeah. But now it's like, now I think we can drop it. But like Olivia's still going hard for Kai 4 days later. Like it's a bit much. And the same with Jesse. Like Jesse's still going on and on and on to Will about like, are you lying to me? Is there anything you're hiding? I don't care about the kiss. Girlfriend, you do care about the kiss. You literally cried for 24 hours. Like I think it's a little bit too much. And I am in defense of the boys a little bit. But I want to say I do think the girls have reason to be annoyed. But I just think
they're like all egging each other on. They're all like heightened. Emotions are heightened, which even Ellie was saying, like emotions are really heightened in there. Like it's super intense. And she's like, we all talk shit about each other. There's nothing else to do. Mm-hmm. So we're all talking about each other because we're all fucking bored. There's only so much you could talk about yourself. And I just think like, where's Lana in the hut saying she has no right to be mad, saying that to Olivia? Mm-hmm. She said, Lana goes, Olivia really can't talk because she came back with Maxwell, so she shouldn't be giving Kai and Snom shit. Exactly. So where's the girl a voice of reason? Because they're all just eating each other's shit. And Jesse has gone completely AWOL.
Yeah. And Jesse is like the ringleader.
Especially at this movie night.
Yeah, it's bad. And it's like, they're like, all the girls are like, the boys should beg to be back with us. You should beg. And it's like, okay, but like up until a point. You guys are taking it too far. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they don't have to crawl on their hands and knees over like fire and nails because they kissed a few girls when you guys had been. Claudia really needs to stop talking about it.
Oh my God.
It's so embarrassing for her.
Oh my God.
It's embarrassing for her soul.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed for her.
That's what I said because movie nights happens and the girls win and it's Fast and the Curious goes first and it's Casey, which I was dying at.
I mean, his was funny.
His is
egging
so
the
funny.
boys on, doing all the red flags that we talked about. It was like ding, ding, ding.
But I was like, Claudia better watch how she reacts because this will push her further into the ick zone. Mm-hmm. So it's already getting that way. He's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not apologizing. Like, we both were single. like, So that's crazy. And then it was Tanya's turn, which was so good.
Tanya's was so good.
I understand Tanya's point where she was like, I said it, but because you're seeing it, it's way worse. Like, totally.
Also, I'm not going to be like, so first he put his tongue in my mouth. Then I put my tongue in his mouth. Then I, like, rubbed the small of his back. Like, you know what I mean? You're going to be like, we kissed in bed. Like, it was nothing too serious.
Exactly.
You're not gonna hype it up. You're not going to give all the steamy details to the guy you're trying to get back with. You know what I mean? Like, kissing a guy in bed, let your imagination do its worst. That's what it was. Totally. You know what I mean?
And his imagination was not as bad as
no, clearly not. But then her reaction to getting caught is so bad. Like, eat crow for a minute. Like, you have to be like, she's just like, no, honey. Mm-mm. I'm like, no, Tanya. Like, just be like a little bit like more, take some accountability here.
No, Tanya taking accountability?
Especially to the principal Shaq. Like, his ego is bruised now, too.
I know, and it's embarrassing and just like, oh my God. And Martin, the whole time, Martin was a mood. Did you watch him?
He was literally a meme with his smiling, eating the popcorn, like looking back and forth.
So good.
It's his redemption day.
That. It's like, what's Martin's even story? You know what I mean? Like,
I know. I think it's going to be again something
they're not going to watch it.
Tanya.
They're not going to click it.
No, who would?
Yeah.
But I do respect Tanya's balls.
Major balls.
For the way she handles herself when she gets caught in, like,
totally.
She literally gets caught red-handed and you end up being like, Shaq's in the wrong. You know? Like, God bless her. She is good at what she does.
Yeah, she is. She's really good.
But
so they'll be fine. But then we had the previously on, or next on, and then it's Will and anyone else? Just Jessie, like, getting all mad, and she's like, why are you laughing? Like, and Clay's like, shut up, Jessie. Honestly, like, you are bruised right now.
Yeah, she is in a dark place.
Yeah.
So she's just like inciting riots against the girls. Like she's like, don't laugh. Like they're allowed to laugh. Casey was acting like a buffoon. It's funny.
It is so funny.
Like with him like going down the stairs like about the new girls and all the boys are laughing. Like it's a funny, like that was innocent, dumb behavior.
It wouldn't be funny too if I was like watching it as a girl who was like liking Casey though, like obviously.
Totally.
But like as a viewer, it's funny.
I would kill my mans if he did that. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And all this stuff I'm talking about the girls, I would definitely act the same way as all of them. So like take what I say with a grain of salt. Because I would literally be Jessie. I don't know, but I'm so afraid of confrontation. But with my mans, like I'm not. I don't know, but not my mans now. That's probably why we work and I can get married to him. You know? But like guys, I don't know, dude. It's so weird to like.
It's so weird.
Think how you would act in that situation.
I wonder what I would.
Because it's so not real life, but that's your real life in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in the real world, I'm sure they would all act differently, but
I pray they play Olivia's. I pray they play Olivia's.
I pray they just mug Olivia off to all the girls.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that would
what's
be
Liv
nice.
Actually, so it's love actually. It's gonna be Kai shit.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like, yo, all the
forgetting
shit
Kai's
you gave me.
Forgetting Kai's name, like just hyping Maxwell up, acting like she didn't even think about Kai and Casa. That's what they're gonna show.
Yes.
That's what they're gonna show.
Yeah, because this whole thing has played out way too long, so it'll be literally a spit in her face.
And that should just zip her right up.
Oh my god. I just pray she's the next to go. And I think
when do we think someone's going?
It needs to be soon. It's kind of been a long time.
And tomorrow's gonna be movie night. Then it's gonna be the aftermath of movie night.
Hopefully
and then at that next night, do you think it's gonna be?
Hopefully it's a public vote tomorrow night.
Ooh, could be good.
And then the next day we have a making up, and then Friday it's a dumping. Mm-hmm. And it's Max and Olivia headed home.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I would love to see her in the bottom too.
But they have to recouple.
It'll probably be her and Kate.
But they have to recouple at some point because Shaq's single.
But he could be like
exempt.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like favorite girl, favorite boy. Like not couples, because they did couple last time. It's about time for a favorite boy and favorite girl, honestly, because they did that the last time they did it was Zara was here.
Yeah, that's wild.
So I think it's time for that.
That was at the beginning.
And if it's time for that, it's like Tanya, Claudia, and Olivia in the bottom.
Yeah.
And then for guys, it'll be Martin, obviously.
Maybe Maxwell.
Kai,
yeah.
I don't know. Kai's been like the fact that Kai is like so like no, I'm not apologizing. It's like honestly made me respect it more. Like
I wonder who, if not Kai, would it be?
I know.
Will is the Fiat 500 still mad at Will?
I don't know. How do we contact the Fiat 500?
I don't know. Do they have a dealership? I literally was driving the other day and I saw a Fiat 500 and I wanted to take a picture so bad when I was driving and I wanted to be safe.
Totally. So I guess we'll just stay tuned for tomorrow.
Yeah, we got the aftermath of movie night. I was like, when they didn't start it right off at that first night, I was like, movie night's going to be like split.
I knew it would only be half because they only showed the guys' titles. They didn't show the girls. So I was like, I feel like it'll be guys tonight, girls. But we gotta taste a bowl, so we gotta
taste, and I'm gonna be literally Martin tomorrow with that tub of popcorn.
I kind of want to like get some popcorn.
I'm like, is that boy went through the whole tub between Tanya and Shaq?
Oh my god, he's living,
dying.
All right, so we will see you guys tomorrow to finish movie nights. Thank you guys all for listening to Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'm your host Demi, and this is Jasmine, and we appreciate you listening. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. So be sure to leave us a 5-star review and share with your fellow island lover. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.